What is up, everybody? I'm Jared, and I will be going over my core four of MLB picks for PrizePicks today. If you're new here, make sure to hit the like and subscribe button. That way we know that you're following along. It also helps you to get notified when these shows are posted. Also, if you're not currently playing on PrizePicks and you wanted to give it a try, sign up there using promo code WINDAILY. That will get you a 100% deposit match up to $100. We will also go ahead and throw in a free 60-day trial period of Win Daily Gold, get you access to all of our daily articles, and also get you access to our Discord where we're constantly talking about different plays for both PrizePicks and DFS. So go ahead, sign up there today using promo code WINDAILY. So it is Saturday. That means we normally have day games and night games. We have games starting as early as 2 p.m. Eastern time, also all the way up to 10 p.m. Eastern time. So I did go ahead and try to centralize most of the games at 4 o'clock. So you all have plenty of time to submit your picks and watch the show. I will say so far what we're seeing on the board, it's not overly enticing. So if you are going to play today and this is all that shows up today, I would recommend playing on the lighter side. That said, I do feel like I did go ahead and pick some of the ones that I really, really like that have a great chance of hitting. So let's go ahead and jump in. The first one that we are going to go today is going to be Brandon Drury of the Cincinnati Reds versus Drew Rasmussen. We're going to go with his half run plus RBI. It's a really solid matchup for the Reds today. I will say that Drew Rasmussen is probably the weakest link of the Rays rotation. Over the last month, he's pitched to a 5 ERA and also an xFIP right around 5.2. So we're kind of getting what you expect from him. With Drury, he's putting together just a monster season, and it's been pretty quiet because he does play in Cincinnati. Through 74 games, he's already up to 18 homers, and he's combined for 100 runs scored or RBI. So he's well over that one per game average that we're looking with this prop. With Rasmussen, it's really righties have been his biggest weakness. They have a slugging percentage 70 points higher than lefties do. Also, 6 of the 7 homers that he's given up this season have been to righties. So when he does give up some power, it is against the righties. And with Drury, we quietly have one of the more powerful righties in the league. Again, he's up to 18 homers already this season. So we're going to go with the over on this half run plus RBI number for Brandon Drury. The next one that we're going to go with is going to be in the same game, just the other side of it. And it's going to be Yandy Diaz and his 6.5 hitter fantasy score. Diaz is playing great right now. He's one of the hotter hitters in the game. He's currently riding a 12-game hitting streak. And over that 12 games, he's had full stat lines in the majority of them. He's had 8 multi-hit games during the hitting streak, and he's also had 7 extra base hits. Also on the year, he's had a slightly higher average versus righties. So with his matchup today against Hunter Green, he's in just a great spot. Hunter Green will eventually be a really solid pitcher in majors. I mean, anyone that throws as hard as he does will be really good. He's just not there yet. His biggest weakness also this year has been righties. Righties have a slugging percentage of 560 versus him and a WOBA of 380. So when we attack Hunter Green so far in the majors, we'll want to do it with the righties. Now, Diaz doesn't hit with a ton of power, but he has been getting on base just a ton, and he's been getting multi-hits in the games. So with that 6.5 hitter fantasy score, we don't really need overly much. Our model currently has him at 9, so really love the spot for him with that value there. So we're going to go with the over on the Yandy Diaz 6.5 hitter fantasy score. The next one that we're going to go with is going to be Starling Marte and his 7-hitter fantasy score. Marte has been way better against lefties this year than righties, and this is a nice matchup against Braxton Garrett. Against lefties this year, he's hitting 341, and he also has a lot more power against them with a slugging percentage of 541. His OPS this year is approaching that magical number of 1. It's currently at 937 against lefties. So he's not only getting on base, but he's also hitting for power against the southpaws. Over the last 30 days, he's also been really lights out against lefties. He's got a 577 WOBA against them. So just an overall great spot for Marte today. He did double last night. I would expect him to get another extra base hit and maybe score some runs for us today too. So our model has him at 9.5. So there's a little bit of value there. We're going to go with the over on this one. The final one that we're going to go with is going to be a no runs first inning one, and it's going to be that Padres Giants game. This game features 2 really solid pitchers in Carlos Rodon and Yu Darvish. Rodon's got a sub-2 ERA over the last month. And even Darvish has just a 3.33 ERA over the last month. And I will say Darvish did have a rough go of it in his last outing. He gave up 5 to the Dodgers. But the previous 2 times that he gave up 5 runs this season, he followed it up with giving up 0 to the next team. Outside of that 5-run inning or 5-run game against the Dodgers, he had been really lights out. He'd only given up 5 earned runs over his previous 4 games. So if we take that outing out, he's been lights out. Darvish has. So I do think both teams struggled to score some runs today in this one, especially early. Both are really the aces of their staff. So we're going to go with the under on this first inning runs allowed prop for the Giants-Padres game. So that being said, we'll go ahead and do a recap of our core 4 today. We're going to go with the over on Brandon Drury's half run plus RBI, the over on Yandy Diaz 6.5 hitter fantasy score, the over on Starling Marte's 7 hitter fantasy score, and the under on the Giants and Padres first inning runs allowed. So that's our core 4 today. If you end up using them, just make sure to hit the like and subscribe. That way we know that you're following along. Also, if you have any questions about your own picks, just make sure to drop some notes in the comments. We'll be happy to answer any questions that you may have. That said, let's go 4-0 today. Have a great day.